Good morning, boys. Get this thing set up, get out of this dang sunlight, and turn off the wind tunnel. Good morning, everyone. We are having to run all the way over to Coeur d'Alene today. For those of you not, what in the world is on me? Not familiar with the area, that's about an hour drive, and we got to go over there because I need to get the injectors cleaned for VA bait. Now, this is a pretty important topic if you do run E85, and especially for a car like that that sits quite a bit. It's a good idea to get your injectors just clean and flow tested every once in a while. This being the end of the season, I know the car has sat several different times throughout the season. It just is a good idea to get those things cleaned, make sure they're all flowing the right way. Now, when we pulled the engine apart, everything looked right, so obviously I don't see any problems. I have done this halfway through the season as well, where we went ahead and flow tested and cleaned these things. So not a huge deal, but with how long the car's been sitting now because of the engine failure, it's just a good idea just to make sure we don't have a sticky injector, so that way when we put in a brand new engine, we don't have issues of losing that motor because of a stupid injector. So that's why I am going and getting these things cleaned this morning. So that is going to eat up most of our morning, and then after this we're going to jump back onto Valentine's car and get that thing all together and try to find that exhaust leak. If I can't find anything, then we'll go ahead and do our break-in procedure. We'll come out here, we'll break in the cams. I'll have to drive a little ways away just to be nice to the neighbors, so we'll do that, and then we'll start putting those break-in miles on it, and I'll bring you guys along with me. So let me go run these injectors out, and I'll see you guys in a couple hours. Good morning, guys. Today is a different day. Yesterday it ended up turning into a bit of what we call a shit show, and I didn't feel like recording. So I was working on the white car here, and you guys always know I'm transparent with you. And unfortunately I had an issue with a lovely Bob, the neighbor again, with a noise complaint of this thing sitting here idling. So I had to deal with that yesterday. That was pretty frustrating, kind of burnt me out for today. And I did work on this thing, guys. Went ahead, me and Josh went out and did the first 50 miles on this thing. Everything went according to plan. Everything worked out great. This morning, what we're going to be doing now is getting this thing up in the air, and we're going to be changing the oil to do the remaining of the break-in miles before we give this back to Valentine, which he came and saw this thing last night, and he is so excited for this thing, which he should be. Now, something I want to touch base on when we're doing the oil changes, I know I've talked about this before, but for those of you just tuning in, things that we want to look for when we're doing our first oil change. Obviously, yes, the main thing is when you drain the oil, you want to make sure you don't have any big chunks of copper, bearing, or anything like that in the oil. That's obviously number one. Number two, we want to make sure we don't have any major oil leaks or any issues underneath the car. So that's what I'm going to be looking out for underneath the car, and just make sure everything looks clean, everything looks the way it should, and then we'll be adding our oil into this thing. Now, I get the question all the time, what oil do we use? And I seem to get more emails than anything else. You guys know I've shown you guys Valvoline VR1 racing oil, 10W30. That's what we use to brake motors in. Some will complain because it is semi-synthetic, but that is what we've always used without a single problem, guys. That's the oil that we go to. That's what my preference is, and that's what we use. So you guys can pick whatever you want on your own engines, but that's what we like to use, and that's what we do. So now that we touched on that, I can show you. Actually, I got a container here because some people are visual people, and here that is. So this is what we use, guys. So that way you see again, that hopefully we don't get flooded with some more emails on that. And I did catch up on a lot of the emails this morning. That was pretty time consuming, but we went through most of the emails, so I got back to you guys this morning. But yeah, yesterday just burnt me out, guys. Unfortunately, I am so happy to get into a shop environment just so I don't have to deal with this. You know, it's not by choice, it's just what we have right now is to work in the driveway. And I believe that we're very respectful. You know, it was 2 o'clock in the afternoon, car was idling, and that's when it was a problem. And I mean, the car was idling maybe for 5 minutes, so I don't see that being a problem. You know, I let them know that all of our personal cars have modified exhaust, and guess what? They're gonna get started, they're gonna idle, because we let cars warm up around here, and that's just the way it is. So that's my little rant for today. I haven't ranted to you guys about that for a while, but it had me pretty frustrated yesterday just because there was no leniency. So there's more in depth and behind the scenes, and there's just no leniency, and it's frustrating, guys. As being car guys, as like you are, you know, there's a difference from being a young kid out here revving the freaking motor to the moon, revving up and down, racing up and down the street, to someone that's just letting their car warm up. There's a big difference. So unfortunately, I'm being treated as if I'm the young kid revving the car up and down. That's just not what it is. So hopefully, fingers crossed, we get a sign our lease on that shop this week. I do have a backup plan, guys, and I have another shop I'm looking at today. And this is the first one I had talked to, but they were out of town, and I am going to look at it just to have a backup plan, so that way we can make sure no matter what, we get into a shop scenario sooner than later, because that's what we really need. That's what we want. I told you guys I'm going to push for it, so no matter what, we're going to end up in one. Like I told you guys, I did get told that we should be signing our lease this week. I'm still being patient with that. I don't want to sit there and bug them about it, but I also want to have something to fall back onto if worst case something doesn't work out with it. So enough of that, guys. Let's get this thing up in the air. Let's get to work today. Like I said, we're going to be doing the rest of the break-in miles on this thing. It is most of the way tuned right now. But yeah, let's get this thing up in the air and change oil. Our new ETS header, looking beautiful. As it's got some heat in there, has a nice golden color on the whole header. That thing looks amazing. And our Torque Solutions oil pan is looking amazing as well. So now we gotta get this thing loose. Come on, yeah. Try to do this one-handed for you guys, and hopefully not create the biggest mess in the world. Not the biggest fan of oil changes, as they're just not very fun. Now this thing is cold because it's been sitting here all night. Shouldn't be too bad. When they're hot, obviously the oil is like water, goes everywhere. This being a 1030, I'm sure it's still going to be a little bit, not that thick. Oh, that doesn't look too bad. Obviously it's super clean because, you know, this has 50 miles on it. And I'm always afraid just to pull it away because I always end up getting it everywhere, I swear. That wasn't too bad on that one. Alright, I'm going to let this thing drain. Put this drain plug back in. Make sure everything looks clean, which I don't see anything so far. So that's a good sign. I do notice, I think I might have to wipe the back of the oil pan off, because when we first started this thing, you guys remember we had good old oil stain there from that loose banjo bolt in the back of the engine. So I will just have to give a good wipe down, but I'm going to let this finish off draining, and then we'll get some oil in here. Now we finished up with our oil change. Let's go ahead, start this thing up, let it warm up for just a few minutes, because I'm sure they're going to complain. A little cold start action for the boys. Let me move these. These are some new engine mounts for this car, because it just has stock ones. So those will be going on soon. But for now, while we're doing break-in, these ones will be fine. So let's see how good this cold start is. Look at that. Don't gas enough. Fires right up. Idle's great. Pretty happy with that. Clean up my zip ties here. Alright, this thing is not really all the way warmed up, but warmed up enough that we can move it and drive it away from the good old neighborhood. So we'll cruise this thing. We got 43 miles on her. Little papows. So I'm gonna have to end up getting gas soon because we're almost out. And this thing had a bit of E85 in it. It was actually on E30 when he brought it, and I put 5 gallons of pump gas in it, only got us down to E25. So that did mess with my injector scaling on it, so I'm gonna have to change that back, which shouldn't change my VE map, which is my main fueling map for the car, once I go fill this thing with gas. But I'm trying to run most of this out, so that way I can get it as close to E10 as possible. So we're gonna go out on the back road out here and finish some of this break-in, which I'm sure some of you are curious about. And I don't know how well you can hear me over this, because Well, Valentine's car is all done and tuned, and I get to put Josh on the spot. What's up, Mischief Jimmy?
Hey. That was last season.
Last season, huh?
Yeah, we're on a new schedule.
We're still on the current season, bud. I don't know where you're at.
I'm not. Now the season's over, bud.
Yeah, let's take a look here. You guys saw, obviously, he brought his oil pump over before. That shit was salvage title. Yeah, there's old girl that you ruined.
Same boat.
Fuck you. Your boat has more salvageable parts.
Exactly. She hasn't sunk all the way. Your shit's at the bottom of the ocean.
Literally. Bottom of the ocean. What is all this shit?
I don't know why these flies, dude.
What's with this? What's all that hot boy shit? Look at all this. What are you doing?
Getting this nut tight.
Whose car is this?
This is Carrie's. Girlfriend's.
Are we gonna party or what?
Gotta have something to drive.
We're trying to race this thing on the 17th, guys. It's gonna be the next track day we go out, and pretty sure that means taking the RA out. We'll see if I get time to switch the clutch in that thing, because it'd be nice to go for an ET in that thing. Maybe get like a low 11 out of the car with that 128 trap. We'll see. This ain't FP green build, like always.
Yep.
Got a nice one. Little green ski on a stock motor.
Motor.
You trying to trap 128 as well?
It's 2.4 inlet green, so I don't know. Stock manifold.
Stock intakes, stock inlet size. So we'll see what it traps. I'm curious. We'll see if she gives me the permission to send it too.
I think she is. She was saying that last night.
Oh shit.
She's like, we're gonna turn it up. We'll see when it's all together.
Yeah, we'll
Stories
see.
change.
30 pounds. All the timing. We'll just click, load the map.
Transfer over.
Yeah, it'd be a little bit different because the intake manifold, I'm sure.
Yeah.
But at least we could make this thing the same. 16 STI, 50K on it. You guys ready to see another stock motor killer? Because I'm ready.
Mm-hmm.
Valentine's car went really well. You guys know me all too well. That thing's all the way tuned on Pumpcast. Made 462 wheel, 408 wheel torque. That is on a very conservative Pumpcast tune, 25 pounds. Very conservative fueling and timing. So that'll be the rest for the break-in period. I'm gonna just set the limiter at 4,500 anyways. He told me that he may just end up breaking the warranty period anyways at 500 miles and just turn it up and send it to the moon on E85. No, he wants to start out with 600 wheel, get used to it there, and then from there he'll grow with it over time. Car has everything capable of making 900 wheel, guys. The part that's going to limit it obviously is that stage 4. So he knows having it at 600 wheel, the car will last for a long time at that power, and then he can bump it up to 700 and then to 800 and so forth as he gets bored, and he knows that he'll have to do a motor down the road with how far he turns it up. So Josh just put a new clutch in this thing. Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's pretty easy when you're at this point, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I need to do this again. I don't want to pull the RA apart. You want to come pull it apart for me? You want to pull my trans?
You don't even know how to do that.
Come on.
For what? The RA?
Yeah, we need to put a better clutch in it.
What are you gonna put in 6-puck or triple disc?
I don't know, I'm thinking triple.
Probably triple. I think 6-puck. We bar that shit.
Yeah, I'm leaning towards triple disc on a stock motor, just crazy, FP green.
It's the clutch you put in and leave it for the rest of the life.
I don't want to leave it. It's the race car's clutch.
Oh yeah.
Then we're back to sharing farts.
I mean, normally on a typical car,
yeah, I
you put triple disc in and you're done.
That shit's got a triple disc. That thing drives like stock. It's so nice. So nice. Dude, what is
It
with
should
your
hold the
flies?
power.
God damn,
It's a
flies.
brand new.
Yeah, let's see how good this one does.
Extreme duty. She's brand new though.
Yeah, she is brand new. The one in the RA, she was a bit used. Okay, guys, don't give AC too hard of a time there. That one was a bit used. God, I'm dark as shit. You can't see anything in here. I'm ruining the video for you. You done?
Yep.
You make sure your clutch works?
Yeah.
Because everybody asks me, what do you mean by the clutch not working when it goes in the car? You want to show them what? You got to push your fork in.
Where's that?
Right there. What do you mean where's that? It's
No, I
right
was
there.
looking for the.
You got to push her back. And just click her in. You'll hear it click. Oh, your music is fucking me.
What is that? It didn't even click.
Ah! Now it's time to go take Valentine his car. We're gonna go grab some food and give him this thing back. It's got 115 miles on it now. And then he can continue the break-in process. And today we're gonna go look at that other shop. So we're gonna drop this off, and then he's gonna bring us back to the house because Josh is coming with me and we're gonna pick up my truck. But I need to pull the wideband out of this car anyway, so, and he'll drop us off. We'll take the truck and we'll go look at that shop. And I'll let you guys know how that goes. Damn. Oh, what's that, dude? Ready to start this shit? I'm ready to make my getaway. Fire her up.
Is that 15 seconds?
I think it's been 15 seconds.
Yeah, I think it's 15 seconds.
You have to hold your cable back up again. Look at this guy. It starts up with no gas pedal. So I pride myself on.
Okay.
Yep, we're ready. Is that Tomei? Yeah. Your battery sounds like it's on the edge of being dead. That's what we should have done. We should have pulled the battery out, put his in while it was running. But there you go, bud. You excited?
Yeah.
First time driving it alone. Yeah. Huh? There he goes, guys. He's all smiling. Yeah, Jack put it. Woo! Another one done. There you go, Josh. Oh, he's driving that thing good. Thing's so loud.
That'll be good once we're out of the car.
He definitely wants to get a different exhaust because I don't think it's Tomei's being different from car to car. I think it's more so headers. I think that's honestly what it is. That's the only thing that's different.
I think so.
The header on that car makes that Tomei so loud. And I know Alex is watching us right now and he's probably cringing. Alex, are you ready? He doesn't care. He'll run that shit open downpipe.
Yeah.
Let's see if we run into him again. Where you at there, bud? Oh yeah, here he's coming.
Here he goes.
I'll give you guys a little sound clip here, and we're running 6 minutes late because Josh decided to lock us out of the house.
It took like 2 minutes.
Can't believe you still. Oh yeah, I don't even hear it. Now I do. It's gonna take some getting used to for that triple disc for him. I know, he's doing good now.
Yeah.
We already drove back with him on the way here. God, we need the AC on in this joint. Oh, it feels good being in here. So quiet. Alright, me and Josh are on our way to go look at the shop. And this is the backup plan, so worst case we have something else in order in case the other one doesn't follow through. So fingers crossed that the other one does, because I think it's a much better shop, and so does Josh. It has a nice bullpen for the cars like you guys have seen. This other one we're looking at doesn't have much extra parking, and it's not really in the area that I want. But for a backup plan, it'll work. So we're gonna head and look at that, and we are gonna make a pit stop on the way. I got a tune car I need to tune. So, oh Jesus. Hot boy in front of us. We got JR Jr. Well, we went and looked at that shop, and now I'm taking the old man back home.
We're going to your house?
Shut up. No, we're going to your house. So I gotta drop him off, head back to the house. What do you think of the shop?
It's nice.
It's nice.
It's far away, but it's nice.
Yeah, it's about a 35 minute
Yeah.
commute every day. So
No traffic.
yeah, and then now with no traffic, so it's probably about a 30 to 45 minute commute. What in the world is going on out here? No, it's all pulled over out here. So, deciding. The other one we first originally looked at is definitely what we want. I'm just waiting to hear back. Trying not to be antsy, just trying to be patient and let them get back to me. And hopefully I hear back by Friday. If not, I'll reach out to them again and see. And then this one is on the back burner that we can get. It is more expensive, but we can definitely look at it and think about it. So that's gonna wrap up the video today. I know it's kind of just a running around kind of day. Not really much progress. We did get that white car back to Valentine so he can continue his BreakIn miles. Other than that, I mean, really it's just a run around kind of day. So hope you guys enjoyed it, and I will see you again in the next video.
Living life up in the fast lane. Hey. Living life up in the fast lane. life up in the fast lane. Pedal to the ground, pedal to the ground, pedal to the ground. Living life up in the fast lane. Life, throw you lemons, you just put them in Coronas. Coronas, Coronas. I've been working, I need that advance with the bonus. The bonus, the bonus. Ain't no thoughts about tomorrow, I'm just living in the moment. The moment, the moment. Full tank of gas and 200 on the dash. Bitch, I'm zoning, I'm zoning, I'm zoning. Fast lane. Living life up in the fast lane. Hey. Living life up in the fast lane. Life up in the fast lane, fast lane. And I ain't slowing down, I ain't slowing down, I ain't slowing down. Living life up in the fast lane. Pedal to the ground, pedal to the ground, pedal to the ground. Living